Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Today, I am your host, sort of, along with my wonderful co-host. You can call me Fletch, and I'm going to be playing a little rat boy called Fleck,
And
and joining me is my wonderful co-host.
hi, I'm Blaze, and I am going to be playing Banana, along with my other co-host, who is also wonderful and awesome.
Wah!
You're not getting out of this just because you did the intro. Ah, and yeah. So, Flex just gotten back to Toontown. Finally got to come home.
And yep, he has just come home. Um, after a good bit of um, you know, hanging out at a little corner with some tinies,
Mhm.
including his anxiety uncle Duster.
Yep.
Uh, he has been he's been doing his best to settle in. It's like things are better now, but it's still a little bit a ways off before things are completely back to normal, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Yeah. Not an overnight thing.
yeah. So, you know, so at some point though, he does get to see about uh he does get to see one moment, sorry,
No,
brain.
you're fine.
I can do this.
You can. You got this.
I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, he does get he does get curious about his friend Banana
Mhm.
and like we did talk about Fleck seeing the letter that Banana left behind and kind of getting the implications that might not have been so obvious to others.
Should I read that out so Gally knows what the
Yeah,
letter is? Okay.
let's let the audience hear.
All right. So Johann was basically given two letters to deliver to Mariz, one from Fleck and one from Banana. Banana's letter reads, Mariz, I was able to deliver the letter, and I found Fleck, who gave me a letter for you too. I will give it to Johann along with this letter. I didn't realize there were things Fleck was afraid of, things he believed would be mean to him. I'll be sure there's one less thing for Fleck to be scared of when he comes home, and you can both see each other again without being scared.
Yeah, so Fleck saw that, and the last time he Banana thought that Fleck was scared by Banana.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Banana ran off before things were able to be clarified.
Yep.
So now Fleck knows how it feels.
Yep.
Uh,
I guess that's how these children deal with things is by running away.
but yeah, so he's not just gonna leave it at that, especially because Banana is very hard to track down once you lose her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, speaking from personal experience of another character of mine, uh, so for the past few days he's kind of been out, looking for Banana, checking the usual haunts in hopes that he can try and catch her before she goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it takes a little bit of searching. You're wondering if that's because it's started getting cold. There's been a bit of snow around it. Usually warms up again after a few days, like it doesn't sit for too long. And it's one of the warmer days, so you're wondering maybe that has something to do with it because, it's cold. Maybe it doesn't want to be out in the cold. But eventually, just for the heck of it, and you find her at a park. And it's the one that Mariz said where they first met Banana up in Toontown.
What?
And She's just, and you manage to see her there, and she's just kind of. Well, actually, roll perception. I know that's asking
Yeah.
too much. This poor little
Hey,
rat.
it's not terrible at least.
It's not terrible, at least. Yeah, yeah.
So what do he see with that 13?
Okay, with that 13. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. You notice that her outfit is a little different. She usually has her. She looks like she's always wearing shorts, but at the cuffs they've just been rolled up. So she's kind of unrolled them, so they're pants now, and they're just the long legs are just crammed into her boots. And the sleeves of her jacket are now down to her wrist, still curled up because everything's still too big on her. And she's just kind of she's like by the pond this time, and she's just sitting there sadly, and she's just like hanging out with the birds there. She's not feeding them, so they're just kind of like chilling around, not as interested as usual because there's no food. But they seem to still be sitting with her, like just like this is the person who's usually here. No food today, but we'll still chill anyway. And she's just
Mhm.
kind of sitting there, looking out at the pond. Doesn't just yeah, just sitting there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Fleck is he is going to knows that banana's kind of hard to sneak up on, so
Mhm.
he can't do it the normal way. But he's gonna, try and sneak until he's about 60 feet away.
Okay. Oh, that's a 19. Yeah, I'd say you do it. I mean, I could. I'll roll at disadvantage. How about that? Because she isn't really paying attention right now.
Yeah, because banana's kind of just in a mood.
Yeah, she's sad right now. Yeah, even without
Yeah.
disadvantage, yeah, she looks around a little bit, but you're like able to tell. You're like, oh, I freeze now, or I dive behind this bag of chips.
Yeah.
And she just like pets one of the birds and just goes back to looking out at the pond.
Yeah. So once he is 60 feet away, he crouches, goes into a runner stance, and he makes a fun little dash for it
It's a fun little dash.
uh, to get up right to Banana and do a tackle.
Can roll for tackle.
What would that be, do you
I
think?
don't know. An unarmed attack. I think.
Alright, so that would be proficiency plus strength. Okay. 17.
Oh, that actually gets it. Yeah, because I mean that beats her armor class, and you're not trying to do damage, so
Yeah,
yeah.
he's just trying to cling like a little leech right now.
So what does Flick do? Because like he runs over, he gets there to like aim for his sleeve, or just like land on her back, or.
Yeah, banana, you kind of just hear a banana that gets louder and louder in the span of just a few seconds, and suddenly, whump, there is a rat clinging to your jacket sleeve.
Oh my gosh. She like turns and looks like several of the birds probably get startled and like look over as well. They're like, "What? Why is there yelling?" And like, but it's like she looks over and she looks down and like last second like she sees you running and like she goes wide-eyed and she goes to move but she was sitting down so movement to get up and before she stands you just like latch onto her sleeve and like she's just like she stands up and she's just like staring down at you. And you're just like on her sleeve, and she's like takes 2 seconds, and she's just like ah, and she goes to run.
Fleck is clinging on with his little rat claws.
Make. Do you want to make an acrobatics check at advantage?
Sure. Let me double check what my. Yeah, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
uh,
You know those brief moments where like somebody's thrown off in a cartoon and they're just like suspended in air?
Yeah.
I like to think that happens, but then you like latch on again and just like, nope, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, like Banana does the little like arm wiggle.
Yeah, it's just like the arm wiggle, and you just like let go and stay suspended in there, and she stops, and you just like foom back on the arm.
Yeah.
And so now she's just like holding out her arm, and she doesn't seem to know what to do. And I'm just gonna do a quick, what is it? Yeah, she just like, that doesn't work. She stares at you, and still holding one arm out, she just turns and runs, which does nothing because you're on
Oh
her
no.
arm. But she's panicked and ran.
Yeah. There's just a little rat on her arm, just going like, Banana! Cause I imagine Banana's probably not doing a Naruto run right now, but like actually swinging it like a normal person.
Yeah, she's just like, she's kind of got her arms held out, but she's just like running. It's more like hands forward. It's just like, ah! And she's just like, and you've never known her to run this fast before, but she is going.
Yeah, like it's just clinging like, Banana, you can't run away!
Yes, I can! Yes, I can! I can run faster! I can run faster! I can run faster! I can run faster! Yes, I can! 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 I can run so fast! I promise I can run so fast! Look, I can run fast enough!
No, like it's just like, no, you can't. I'm on your arm.
She skids to a stop and starts trying to take off her jacket.
Fleck is scrambling to grab. He's like, Banana, wait, no, Banana.
No, no, I'll scare you. I'll scare you. I'll go. I'll go. It's okay. You can have the jacket.
Yeah, I don't want you to run away.
You're scared. You're scared. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
You're the one who's scared.
I mean, I that's okay. But you're scared. I scared you.
Okay, one moment. Mickey isn't picking up how high my voice is going right now. Like she's going, no, it's not.
I scared you. I scared you. You thought I was me. I was big. I was mean. I'm the scary one. I'm the one who's supposed to go away.
No, you're not. You're not Banana.
She like flails. I think she like finally gets her jacket off, and she just like, it lands on the ground, and like before Fleck can move, she just like looks at you and just like kind of crouches down, panting a little, because like, imagine like did a lap around the park before she finally stopped to think to remove the jacket. So she ends up having to catch her breath, and she's just like, but you're the one. I scared you, and you said, and so you can't come back if you're scared, and so I was gonna go.
But Banana, you're the one who's scared right now.
That doesn't. But if I go, then you could be with Mariz,
But
and
if you go, I'll be sad.
no, that uh,
Yes.
people just go sometimes, and
No.
I know I usually am the last to leave, but if I don't go, you can't come back. You'll be scared.
Okay, Fleck is climbing up to grab you by the shirt collar and is just shaking you. It's like, no, you can't go. I'll be sad.
No, you won't. You won't be
Yes,
scared.
I will. I'm not scared of you. You're scared of me.
Well, no, but wait, but I'm big.
Fleck is shaking you more. Like, that doesn't matter.
It does, because you're tiny, and I'm big, and can't see.
Fleck is gonna.
Okay, hang on. That's a 14. And do you want to do a quick perception check?
Cool. No, that's a D10. Okay.
Okay, there you go. You're like shaking her, and you notice that she's again gotten taller, but you notice that she's gotten older. You've never picked up on this much before. I think one other time, but she's taller and she's older at the same time. She looks maybe about 16 years old. She's about 5 feet tall, and she motions to herself again. She's like, "See, look! I'm bigger! I'm even bigger now! Aren't I scary? I got bigger before, when you were big too! And, and I got mad, and I yelled at you, and I was scary."
Fleck is he is giving you one last vigorous shake, and then he's just like, I don't care if you're big. My family's big. There's so many people who are big, but that's not why I was scared.
You thought I was gonna be mean. I gave you a reason to be scared. And
Well, I'm
I was,
giving you a reason to be scared right now, and I mean, does that make you like me any less?
well, no. Why would it?
Exactly! And he is giving you yet another shake.
Sorry, like it makes sense to me, but I froze bananas. Just like this does not make sense. It's just
I
like,
know. It's just.
but I got too big, and I thought it maybe if I was small again, that I would remember to not be scary when I was big.
What? Like his bling. Uh, huh?
Again, she motions to herself, just like I'm too big. I like. That's so okay. But that actually doesn't do it. So one more, I guess. Nope. Okay. She seems to try to do something, but nothing happens, and she finally just like, kind of like huffs sadly. It's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't get any bigger. Well, uh, but it was when you're small, everything's scary and everything's big, and you think everything's less scary when you're bigger, but there's still things bigger than you. And then I tried to be bigger, but then I just got scarier, and then I scared you, so I thought maybe I should be smaller instead.
Like is. He is grinning like. So. I wasn't scared of you because of your size. Everyone's bigger than me.
But what about other tinies?
Well, I didn't know about them. Not until recently. I spent my whole life around people bigger than me.
Oh, they they weren't scary?
No, their size isn't what's scary. I was worried that you didn't like me.
I thought I scared you away. I thought I was too big and loud and shouty. And only the biggest scary things are loud and shouty.
Fleck is giving you yet another shake. Like, I'm loud and shouty.
Well, yeah, but you're not big. You
Well,
don't
I can be
grab.
big if I wanna.
Well, it's I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't. That how did you do that with the ring? You got bigger.
I found it.
Uh, you, so it helps you turn into a big?
I, I, I mean, I think it's like it makes you human, like a real kind with the blood and bones.
That's I don't think I've actually. Let me. Where's her Arcana? She probably hasn't heard of this, but whatever. Banana, have you heard of anything like this? Oh, damn. Okay, never mind. 17. She said, no, I wish to know stuff. Okay, 17. I'm guessing she's heard of something like that before?
Yeah, you've heard of something that can um give people the form of a real kind human before.
That's where she thinks for a moment. She's like, oh, I thought, oh, I thought, oh, never, mm, no, that makes sense. It would be something else, I guess. Um, well, I mean, but didn't you become big to be less scared? Because you were scared of
Uh,
me?
no, I became big because um I uh I wanted to get the letter um and uh well is you were looking for a real kind person, so I thought maybe I could pretend to be them and just get the letter.
Yeah, it didn't help we didn't know who we were looking for. You also knew Oliver's name, too, and mm, well, at least, I mean, technically, you got the letter that was meant for you. Well, it was meant for Red, I guess. But I thought you wouldn't want to come back. The bird tried to help me look, and they said that you told them to wait, and I thought maybe you didn't want to be found, and that's because you were scared and you became big, so we'd leave.
No, I just wasn't ready to go home yet, and I just needed a little more time.
Banana nods a bit at this. I was ready if you didn't want to come home, because people don't usually come back, but I promised I'd at least deliver the letter, that I'd try. I always thought you and Mariz would leave together, but the Mariz said they're not leaving ever, so I don't know what to think about that anymore. Because I think they're telling the truth.
Guess what Fleck's gonna do?
Mmm.
You are once more vigorously shaken by the tiny rat hanging from your shirt.
She's gonna get dizzy! You're gonna get dizzy! You're holding her and shaking her while standing on her, you're being shaken at the same time!
After this, they both make a con save, but first, he's just like, well, I'm not gonna leave either. Right now, you're the one who's trying to leave.
I thought it was a good idea because you were scared. She's shaking back and forth.
Well, no, it's not. How'd you feel if I left just because you were scared this time?
But everybody leaves, but I
You're
wouldn't
being
want
shaken.
you to. Well, I mean, if I was. What if I mean, I thought that's why you left because you were scared, and isn't that what happened?
I was scared and I didn't leave, but some I came back.
You.
Even if I leave, I'm gonna come back. You're not gonna get rid of me that easily.
Mm. Do you want to make a persuasion roll?
Uh-huh.
Dan, yeah, no, trust me. I knew what I was asking for. I know what your modifier is. I'm not surprised that's a 19. So you're saying this, and she like blinks, and she like, well, once you finally stop shaking her anyway. She blinks and just like something does. It's like not quite click, but you can tell she believes you a little bit. Like
Oh.
that she's starting to believe that even if you do leave, that you'd come back.
Yeah. Uh, This is a really awkward angle to do it from, but Fleck is sticking out his little pinky like, I promise, 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 I will come back.
Hey, but that's a spring court promise and a Prinky promise all in one.
Well, yeah, I'm serious.
Mm. She like she like raises her pinky, but like she moves it close, but she doesn't quite take yours, like still giving you the chance to like not.
Fleck is grabbing it with his tiny little rat pinky.
She like gives a little shake. It's like that's that's a big promise. That's that's the biggest promise. And you notice as you're shaking her pinky like that, she shrinks a little bit because she didn't grow to like her full height. So when she goes back, it's not as much of a shift, but she still gets smaller again. And she still gives your pinky a little shake, and it's just like that's a big promise. That's a really big promise, all in one.
Yeah, 'cause don't. You're my friend.
I, friends just leave sometimes, though. You and Mariz, and I'm not used to people not leaving. I don't. Even though you're my friend, I don't. I. I don't. Mm, I don't know what to do. I don't. I didn't want to go, but you were scared, and I didn't want Maris to miss you. They
I
were
don't.
so blue, and I didn't know what else to do.
Well, Mariz is gonna miss you too if you just disappear. I just got back someone. You don't want to lose someone again, and I don't want to lose someone either.
But what do you do when nobody leaves?
You stay best friends forever. And he nods, very certain.
She gives kind of a little sniff, but that's a really long time.
Of course. Like I said, you're not gonna get rid of me that easily. I am stuck to you.
You are.
Literally.
Oh no, did you get
Um,
stuck? Do you need help getting off my shirt?
my claws might have dug into the fabric a little bit.
That happens sometimes here, and you like take a minute to like try and detangle because that happens to my cat all the time. I'm like, sweetie, are you stuck in my shirt? You're stuck in my shirt, aren't you?
Yeah, basically.
She takes a minute and she helps like get your claws out, but she like and afterwards she's like kind of just like holding you in her hands instead of like putting you down right away, and she just kind of sits properly on the ground. Her jacket's next to her.
No.
And she just like looks at you and is like, I just I just didn't know what to do. So I thought I made a good choice. I I guess not though.
I, I thought I did too, but it really wasn't. So, maybe next time we can talk to someone about it. Maybe we don't talk to each other about it because I don't think we have the best track record. But we can always ask Dillinger.
The grounder?
Yes, the grounder.
Grounder's scary. They're very big. Though they have those waffle things and they were okay.
Oh,
They
you should see her on anime night.
What's an anime?
Fleck gently pats your hands like, oh, you'll find out. You'll find out.
But I they I get they still seemed a little scary. They seemed nice to Maris though. I thought since they weren't letting you leave, they were like a type of kidnapper I'd never seen before, or
No,
or
that
like a
was just
guard.
like I was like, no, that was just because he did something bad. So it's like I think you're supposed to like sit and think better, but we just play card games.
Card games?
Yeah, there's
Mm.
some really good ones. Um, we also have some other games that we hide for when we get grounded. Uh, and there's also lots of manga and anime and oh, there's these really fun books too.
Oh, I think I saw some of those in Maris's room. 'Cause I hid above the bookshelf at one point.
Yeah, that's my room too.
Oh, I wasn't sure which room to go in, so I just came in the window for that one. There's lots of good places to hide. I don't think the villager saw me once.
You, eh, maybe you should meet Dilcher proper sometime.
I met them for like 2 seconds when I knocked on the door the first time. That was about it,
Uh,
though. They were very big and
yeah,
scary. Though,
they're nerd. They're a real big nerd.
is is that bad?
Oh no, it just means that they're not scary at all,
Is
and that you don't have to listen to them when they're mad.
is that why Mariz calls Johann a nerd?
No idea.
Banana nods thoughtfully at this. Trying to think. She's just like, well, mm, maybe. Mariz did say they were a sibling, I think, and not a and just a just a sibling.
Yeah, just siblings. You can ignore them sometimes.
Why why would they talk to me though if I came to talk to them? Is that a sibling thing?
Uh, yeah, and also because Dilger's kind of like the smartest person I know when it comes to that.
Hmm.
Uh, like Dilger knows lots and lots of things. Dilger taught me how to read.
Oh, reading's good. There's like
It is good.
yeah. And you could go to the library and you can look at books and there's a place you could hide in the library if you want to sleep. It's a good place to sleep, especially since it's gotten colder.
Yeah, you know, if you ever need somewhere warm to sleep, um, we've got a lot of blankets and a lot of pillows.
But those are your blankets and pillows.
Yeah, but we're friends, so we share. And he gives a little nod for emphasis.
I thought, isn't that more fall court than spring court?
Fleck looks at you blankly.
Fall court, they're. Hmm. Banana, how well are you remembering things today? Where's your history? Never freaking mind! That was a nat 1! Okay, so
Oh
she.
man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she goes, yeah, that's more fall court. It's. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You can tell she was going somewhere with it. And, like, she had a dot and a thread, and she lost the other dot she was gonna tie it to. Like, it's just gone. And she just
That's
sits there
okay.
for a minute thinking. She's like, ah,
That
oh.
happens to him all the time.
She's
So
like,
Fleck
it's like there was a reason. I promise. I oh no, it's gone.
Fleck kind of just pats Banana like, well, listening to rules are suckers. So I don't care whose basketball court it lands in. It's I forgot where I was going with this.
That's okay.
You can just do whatever you want.
Oh, and I should maybe say hi to Dillinger?
Yeah.
I'll. Mm, she's doing a big think on it. She's not sure. You think. For this one, you can roll an insight on.
All right. Oh, and I do actually have a positive modifier for that thanks to. No, wait, this is before that.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, she's just doing a big think. That's all you got. Like, you're thinking
There.
maybe there's something still wrong. Like maybe something to do with like referring to Dillinger as the grounder, but you're not too sure. But she seemed to at least have a few things nice to say about them. So your guess it's not impossible. Just potentially some more encouragement will be needed before anything
Yeah.
will happen. But she's at
Yeah,
least
Fleck.
open to the idea.
Yeah, Fleck kind of just nods like, well, you're gonna have to meet Dillinger for reals if you want to join in on anime night. And anime night is really fun, so you want to go to anime night.
Hmm. Well, maybe I wouldn't mind coming over again. I haven't gone over there since Little Corner. I even asked Johan to deliver the letters, and I he's big too. He's bigger.
Yeah, he is tall.
But he seemed nice, and he brought a cake thing to apologize. He seemed to think the whole thing was his fault, and but then he offered to help me come find you, and even help make all the posters. The
I'm
ones for
glad that I'm glad that they made up.
yeah, it's
Oh, right. I
hmm?
I know that they said that you got the apple tart, but like you did get the apple tart, right? And did you like the apple tart?
She reaches into her inventory and takes out the apple tart. Yeah, he found them in his pocket and he gave me one. And she breaks it in half and like offers you half.
Fleck does indeed take half. He's like, yeah, they were for you. Well, one was for you and the other was for Johan. But yeah, Mariz said his hands got real sticky.
I believe that. I oh, when I was so confused when I first saw him. I thought he was from the Winter Court, but apparently his family just knows the Spring Court, and he has nothing to do with the Fae or the Winter Court. He's just Johan. It
I think he's just white.
yeah, and he's got a fluffy tail. I she like
Yes, dear audience, that was for you.
Marcy's just losing it. And there goes Doc. She ducks her head because she can't really bury her face in her hands because she's holding half an apple tart and you. And so she's just like, I grabbed his tail. I can't believe I did that. It was flickering back and forth, and I just jumped for it, and oh, I thought he was gonna yell at me, and he didn't. But I was so sure he was going to, and then he didn't.
Yeah, Fleck kind of just nods like, yeah, that is fair. But I'm sure we can be friends in the future.
I don't think I'd mind that. If he's not with the Winter Court, maybe it would be okay to be friends. Although I don't. No, she got a 1 on that history. Never mind. She's not gonna remember shit about the Winter Court either.
Yeah. Fleck kind of just shrugs like, hey, I don't care what. I don't care what kind of court they play on. Like tennis, basketball, winter. It's all the same.
I. What are those? What's basketball
Huh?
and tennis? Are those also fake courts?
I think it's a sport.
What's a sport?
You You, I don't know.
Just
I'm kind of usually the size of the balls, so I'm
oh no, that
not
sounds
usually
scary.
play.
Mm.
Well, they're the right size for you.
Well, right now, I guess, yeah. Hmm. She like looks down at herself and like takes a bite out of the apple tart and just like, oh wait, this is really good.
Yeah. And Fleck is munching on his too. Like, yeah, they have really good apple tarts at this one place. Um, Downer doesn't want me to steal too much from it, but I do anyways because it's really fun to give people apple tarts.
Oh,
Um,
oh, a lot
yeah,
of
yeah, I learned about yeah. Downer taught me about reverse pickpocketing.
reverse pickpocketing.
It's when you put something in the pocket instead of taking something out.
Oh, that's clever. So like, you, but when I take stuff, it's because I need it more than somebody else, or it's something they've already thrown away. Because did you know bakeries throw away things in the morning? Like if they burnt something, they just throw it away, and then you could take it.
Oh,
It's just so much free food.
that is so much free food.
Mhm.
Oh, but Mariz gets mad if I start taking out of the trash.
Oh, then you just take it when it's still on the rack when they take it to throw it out before it goes in the bag.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah. Although I kind of keep some of those for another friend because I don't think they get much food, so I bring them some food sometimes when I have too much.
Oh,
Yeah, I mm, I can't say because I promised, but they I bring them food sometimes and I think they always eat it and they're nice. They don't think it's a pity or anything.
Fleck nods. Like he knows exactly what you're talking about. Like, well, if you need any help getting food for them, just let me know. There's a lot of leftovers.
What's a leftover?
It's fun you can't eat all of the food.
There's
So
enough
there's more
food.
food.
There's more.
Yeah.
How do you have so much food you can't eat it all?
I don't know.
That's a lot of
Maris makes
food.
so much though.
Hmm. Maris made something the last time I was there. I don't know what it was, but it was really good, and it just like do you ever feel like you swallowed the sun because you eat something and then it's all warm in you, and then like all of you feels warm and bright?
Fleck is nodding.
Yeah. That's what it was like. Like it wasn't a taste. I mean I've never tasted the sun before. Maybe it tasted like the sun. I'm not sure, but I it just felt like everything was nice and warm and like everything was going to be okay.
Well, I bet that's what the sun tastes like.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's always bright
Yeah.
and warm, so hmm.
Uh-huh. Though you may want to let it cool a little bit before you eat it. Sometimes people get burnt.
Hmm. But how do you do that when it tastes so good?
Hmm. Maybe you eat it so fast it can't burn.
But wait, how do you enjoy the flavor when you eat it that quickly?
Oh, that's true. Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe you can get something that makes you fireproof.
Yeah! Yeah, we could get something that we're fireproof and then we can be like dragons!
Yeah, and then we can eat the sun.
Yeah, then we can eat the sun!
Oh, they're so. Um.
We're gonna eat the sun!
uh,
Wait, how are we gonna get up there? We'd have to fly.
Maris can fly.
That's right! Wait, how is she gonna lift both? How are they gonna lift both of us?
Um.
Hmm.
Maybe. Hmm. Maybe we find another way to fly? Or
Hmm.
you can find a way to make you small and light, or Maris big and strong.
Hmm. That's true. I Flying is a lot of fun, but I don't think. I don't know if you could fly up to the sun. I've never tried before. She's like looking
Hmm.
up, like that's like she's pretty sure that's high. She's not 100%.
Well, if I could fly, I think I would try it.
Hmm. She kind of looks dead. Do you want to make an insight roll? 18.
Hey.
Nice. You say that, and she looks down at you very thoughtfully, and you can feel her like moving her hand up and down a little bit, like she's trying to tell how much you weigh.
Oh.
She's like looking at you thoughtfully, and she's like, mm, mm, mm. I, mm, you, you remember the bird?
I yeah.
I, I think they'd have to be a little bit stronger to be able to pick you up because I think you might be a little bit bigger than them.
Yeah. Then we'll find a way to make the bird big and strong.
But if the bird's big and strong, then it wouldn't be a bird anymore.
Well, there's big, strong birds too. Once I got carried off by a hawk.
Ah! Why were you carried up by a hawk?
Um, I don't know, but I kind of just they took me to their house and then I kind of just left.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I got caught by a hawk once and it wasn't fun. They just
How
grab
did you
you.
get caught by a hawk?
Oh, I I got grabbed and I just got grabbed by a hawk and it was just a really big hawk that was bigger than me and they just flew off and I was just like, "Oh no."
Oh, there are really big hawks like that.
Mhm. Banana's nodding vigorously. Did you want to roll inside or is Fleck just going to believe that?
Um,
Cuz that's an 18 on deception. Shit. Okay,
oh,
she's telling the truth, but there's something wrong with it.
fair.
So
Yeah,
she
Flex
did
kind of
get
just
grabbed. The hawk was bigger than her, but you feel like something's being left out of the story.
yeah. Flex just gonna nod though because you know he's not smart enough to piece that together.
That's fair.
So he's
That's
just gonna
fair.
like, oh yeah, that is fair. It must have been a really big hawk.
Banana's nodding vigorously. Well, I mean, it was bigger than me and big enough to grab me and fly off, so you know.
Yeah,
Sweats quietly.
I do know.
Yeah, that's right! You just said! You know! We both know! Oh, they're so
I do
big!
know. They are.
They need to stop grabbing people, it's rude.
It is really rude.
Well,
But but no. Now if any hawk tries to carry me off, I can just stab them.
oh, that's right. I've got daggers too.
You
They
can
don't.
just stab them.
I can! They
They
don't
are
get to.
not immune to being stabbed.
They're not! Nothing's gonna fly off with me again!
Hey.
And she says this, she does like a victory pose, and then like this big shiver goes through her because she's been sitting there in the cold without her
Oh.
jacket this whole time.
Yeah. Flex are like, oh, you should probably put your jacket on. You don't have fur.
No, I don't. I don't have fur. I don't have wool. I don't have feathers. I just. Mm. And she goes to put you down, and she pauses, and she's like, I'm gonna put you down, but I promise I'm not gonna run away this time.
Fleck nods. His rat claws are still out though.
That's fair. Like put you down. She seems to hesitate a minute, and she picks up her jacket and she tugs it back on, and she like zips it up at the front and even leaves the sleeves flopped over so she can like tuck her arm into the opposite sleeves and just huddles down. She tries to rewarm herself. It's like, do you maybe want to go to the library where it's warmer? There's a greenhouse here too if you want to see it. It's not too far away
I don't
if you
think
want to
I've been to the
go.
greenhouse before. Let's go check it out so you can warm up.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. It's a really good thing you didn't run off, though, because Animus is coming up.
What's what what's Animus? Does it need to be stabbed? Is it gonna grab me?
You put on masks and you give stuff to the people you care about.
You you give stuff to the people to care about?
Well, the people you care about, they don't have to care about the stuff. But
Banana.
it is nice when they do.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this, but you just see like Banana's eyes go wide, and she just like slowly starts looking around herself in almost every which way, as she's starting to piece this together. And she slowly looks back at you. When is Animus again?
It is the, uh, and he does little countings. It's soon!
Oh no, that's too soon!
I don't think it's like tomorrow soon, but it's probably like a few weeks soon.
So I have time then.
You do have time.
I have time. Is
Have
is
time.
is there any tradition stuff that you give people? Like is there like ceremony things? Cause like with well the spring court
Fleck.
is and she starts. No, actually, no. She got a one. She doesn't talk about the court. She's like, She's like, well, because like with the winter, the spring, the summer, uh, tennis. No, wait, I
Fleck
don't know what
kind of
that one
just
is.
shrugs like, well, I don't know if there's anything traditional, but I'm just getting things I think people would like. So you can't run off, okay?
Mm, okay. And she offers you her hands again.
And he jumps on.
And she picks you up and she stands up and she's like, well, if it's not tomorrow, then maybe we have time to go look at the greenhouse and then I have to find things that have nothing to do with anything of things. Yes.
Fuck that's like I've also been working on things that have nothing to do with anything.
You could do that?
Yeah. I mean you are too.
Oh, I am? Oh, wait, but what about the masks? What do you do about the masks? Do you buy those? Do you make those? What is it a type of mask? Wait! She reaches into her inventory, into her hammer space, and she takes out the bird mask from.
Oh.
She's still got the beak. She's like, look, I got this! And she puts the Halloween mask on her face, and she's like, see?
Oh.
I'm ready
Like,
for Animus.
oh, that's a really cool mask. I think um and he thinks for a real long moment, like Dillinger said that Amara's the mask is like a representation of you. So if you if it's something that makes you feel good to wear, I think that I think it's a good mask.
That represents me?
Buck nods.
Hmm. She gives a soft hum and she takes the beak off and she looks at it thoughtfully and she puts it back in her hammer space. I don't know what. You know the greenhouse is just over this way and they've got all these different plants in it and even though it's winter, it's warm and toasty inside and there's even like some ladybugs in there that I've seen. Do you want to come see the ladybugs?
Buck's like, yeah, I want to go see. Oh, they would be real cool.
They are. They're so tiny and sometimes they crawl on your hand. But you got to be really careful because sometimes they can crawl on your hand when you're not looking. And she's like already
Oh,
running along. And she's like, tick, 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 tick.
yeah. Fleck is being carried along,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably a good place to end it.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless there are other things that you wish for them to do.
No, I like to think like they go to the greenhouse. They go in and they're just like looking at all the flowers and just like little montage of them just like hanging out and being all warm and toasty
Oh,
and then just like after a little bit of being there, Banana's just like, hey, Fleck,
Yeah?
Welcome home.
Oh.
And that's where it ends.
Yeah. Oh, that's so soft.
It is. Everything ended okay.
It did. They had some good softs and they patched things up.
They did. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh.
they are determined to eat the sun now, I
Yes,
guess.
they're determined to eat the sun now. They're gonna get up there and they're gonna eat the sun after they become dragons.
Yes, of course.
Mhm. All right.
Imagine dragons. But yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you, very, very fun FPS.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you, those in the gallery, for listening, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for all the future listeners too.
Thank you, everybody, so very much, and thank you to you too, Fletcher. That was so much fun, and yes, it was so very soft. And y'all take care. You have good time zones.
Mhm.
And
All right.
bye.